Reverend, we've all heard the tapes. We've been playing them all day on the show. George is really perplexed.
I just don't get it, Rev. I mean, how is this man not arrested when they was clearly gave him instructions not to follow this kid? You heard him saying statements like, oh, these a-holes always get away. Isn't that grounds enough just to say, okay, let's detain this guy until all the facts come out in this?
No, well, not only is it grounds, George, you're confused, rightfully so. To make an arrest, all one needs is probable cause. You don't need to try and convict the guy. The police are not the judge and the jury. They say, here's a young man who is killed. The defense is self-defense. There was no weapon. There was no crime. He was not trespassing. You have no eyewitness. There's probable cause that you, therefore, committed this crime, and let the jury decide if you're innocent or guilty. That's how they would treat you or I. They're trying this case like he's got to be convicted to be arrested. He doesn't even need to be indicted to be arrested. The young boy, unarmed, that had a legal right to be there. And then when you compound that with the fact that they had the 911 tape say he was told not to pursue the guy,
exactly,
and he did it anyway, that showed you had the intent to disobey the instructions.
The rally is something that's very important for us. Tell the family why they need to be there.
The rally is important because we need to show national outrage with numbers. We need to show those local officials that we are not going to nationally allow them to get away with this. Sometimes when you have these small communities like Sanford, they feel that they can run, do whatever they want to do. You out front on that, and George and all of us involved in Gina. That's what happened. They think they can operate within the secrecy and privacy of a small town. And as you know better than anyone, Michael, we stayed in Gina until we walked Michael Bell out of jail. We're going to stay in Sanford until we walk Zimmerman in jail.
You got that right. I mean, there's also going to be now what's going on Monday on March 26th? I know there's a meeting of the city.
Yeah, the city council meets on Monday, and some of the community members will go in front of there and testify there. But that is why the national rally is so important Thursday, because they need to meet Monday knowing that people came from everywhere to their town saying that this cannot go down like this, and that we are going to protest this nationally and call on the Justice Department to look into why the police department has not protected the citizens.
That's what I don't understand. How is it at this point that the chief of police has said, okay, let me go at least arrest this man?
Right.
At this point,
exactly,
I mean, today
right.
The man is still free. All these witnesses coming out, and he still is not. That's not enough pressure for that man to go arrest him.
Well, it clearly is not, but we're going to intensify the pressure. That's why just going to the city council Monday is not enough. We need to come out by the hundreds Thursday night, and we're going to lay out a plan of action Thursday night. We're going to stay on this. Because really what we're saying is, and George, one of the reasons you're confused, and Michael and I were talking about it earlier, we have fought many cases where law enforcement shot and killed people wrong. This guy's not even a policeman.
Exactly. Do we even know that he had a legally registered gun?
He did. Yes, it was.
He was legally registered, but he had no right. Let's remember now, if he told Trayvon to stop, I want to question you, he had no right to stop Trayvon.
That's right.
Trayvon had no legal obligation to answer him at all.
Absolutely not. And he was instructed not to follow him. The police had been called.
That's exactly right. If we allow this to happen, anybody, anywhere, particularly in this in a state like Florida with this hold your ground or stay your ground law, that anybody can walk up to anybody and just take the law into their own hands.
To the people listening, what if it was your son?
That's right.
Here's the part that I find the most confusing. When you listen to Mary Kutcher's interview, and I told this to everyone, Reverend Sharpton, the white community is outraged as well over this.
They should be.
Yeah.
And let me say this. She said that they had my number. I've been trying to tell this story to them, and no one has called me yet.
To this minute, and Mary Cutchin and all
possible?
decent people. This is not a black rally or a Latino rally or a white rally. This is people saying that the law must protect people. We are going in their numbers as all kind of people to stand up for what is right.
Reverend Sharpton, looking forward to seeing you down there in Sanford, Florida on Thursday. And trust me, it will be thousands, not hundreds of people out there.
Absolutely. It needs to be tens of thousands. This
we need to be there, and we will see you at the First Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, 7 o'clock Thursday night.
All information on National Action Network website, ladies and gentlemen, and please be there if you can be there, man. We need all the support we can get. Thank you, Reverend Al Sharpton.